All right, what's up? What's up? Welcome to another film session with your boy. Gonna break down a couple of plays today. This first one was the JuJu Smith-Schuster touchdown pass that he caught from Mason Rudolph at the third quarter. And when we first looking at it, just play it regular speed one time so y'all can see everything that happens. JuJu up top, goes and gets it, combat catch. It's beautiful, right? So now let's dive into this thing. Okay, so when they're breaking the huddle, so you see JuJu lined up in the slot right here. And right now, they tell you what we know. Single high coverage, man-to-man coverage. Really no disguise on this thing at all. They're letting you know right now what they're in. They're not trying to do any type of showing a two high shell, which you have two guys up here and then morphing into a single high. They're letting Mason know right now, and ultimately it's a sign of disrespect. They're basically saying that we feel like you can know what we're in, but we're so good that you can't handle us. You see the linebackers right here communicating with each other. They're playing a combo coverage on Vance and James. So as the play starts, the thing that I like initially is from young Mason Rudolph. So it's subtle, but he's going to look this safety off that's in the middle of the field. Because right now he's sitting here. He's shaded over here initially towards JuJu. You see him out of his pedal going towards JuJu, but because Mason is staying front side, it forces him to stay in the middle of the field. It holds him. And then he's able to get that real one-on-one matchup over there with no safety help. And he puts the ball in the upfield shoulder of JuJu where he's able to go up and get it and make that combat catch. But it all started with his eyes. It started with his eyes going front side to where James Washington and Vance McDonald are, and that made that safety come back to the middle of the field. From a mechanic standpoint, that's beautiful. From just a knowledge of defense standpoint, that's beautiful. And those type of things don't show up in the stat sheet, but those are some of the things that I'm seeing from Mason that make me feel really confident in him going forward. Now you can see it real clear from the end zone copy. So they said single high coverage, safety's in the middle of the field. Now watch, like I said, pre-snap, he's starting to shift. Well, he's starting to slant towards where JuJu and Deontay are. See him walking over there. Ball snap. Watch Mason. He doesn't look at JuJu at all. He's looking front side. And that brings that safety back. Now when he comes back there, it's too late. The safety can't get over there from the middle of the field. Pass on that upfield shoulder for JuJu. Allows him to go up and get it. Because right now, both of those guys have a chance at it. But JuJu does what he does in terms of making great combat catches, scores the touchdown, and it was a big part of the game, man, for in that particular moment. So one more time, regular speed for y'all. Say young JuJu in the slot, clear man coverage. Go get it, touchdown, celebrate. Do what you do, JuJu. Do what you do. Then once again right here, clearly seeing the head movement by Mason. His eyes being disciplined. Ultimately making the safety stay honest. Beautiful throw and catch. This next play is the James Conner touchdown run that happened in the fourth quarter. It was a 3-point game at the time. But the thing that I liked about this was just how everybody is working in unison. And you'll see. So I'm play to play full speed one time for you. See James Conner in the gun, single high coverage, nice run, splits it. Hell, he held on to the ball. Don't worry about that replay. Touchdown. Now, the things that I liked about this was this. With James, he knows right now that the guy, in theory, that's responsible for him would be this middle linebacker right here. But the thing about this defense is, with it being man coverage, it's a solo gap defense, meaning he's responsible for James in pass coverage, but in terms of running, he has this A gap. And by him doing so, James knows that, all right, he's going to need to hit it somewhere on this front side over here where it's pretty much a man for a man. Now, the reason it works out well is because this linebacker shoots the gap, which he should do. But then this D lineman over here ends up getting cut out of his gap by Matt Fowler, which ultimately led James having this 1-on-2, but there are 2 secondary guys, and he's able to power through and show the strength that he shows on a consistent basis to get into that end zone. But you can see it a lot better from this end zone copy, which we'll go to in a second. So right here is what we're talking about, right? In terms of when I say a solo gap defense, these are how the gaps work. So 97 has this C gap. Whoever this is has the B. The nose and the Mike linebacker are going to play off of each other. So if this nose gets cut off by Pouncey, he'll be in this backside A. 55 will go to the front side A. If this nose wins on the front side, well, then 55 shoots the backside A gap. 94 has his B gap. Whoever this is right here has the D. And then 21 is going to be in this C gap. And these 2 guys are going to crack the place off of those. You got the safety as the extra man, the free hitter. Now, the reason why this play has the success it does is watch 94. So he's moving around before the ball snaps and he's not set. Ball snap. He's supposed to be in that B. But now look where he's at. Where is he at? He's outside that B. Matt has came from the tackle position to cut off a guy who was aligned in the B gap. That should never happen as a D lineman. And ultimately, now it puts this defense in a bind because 55, he did his job. He shot the backside A. Now, the reason why it was important for him to shoot the backside A is because if he doesn't, you see this double team on 56, Pouncey and DeCastro are going to stay on that double team until they feel threatened by 5-5. So he has to shoot that gap to get Pouncey to come off and ultimately give it a single man block on 56. And if he doesn't shoot, well, now James can hit it front side right here. So by him shooting it, that makes James have to go to the backside. And with that, when you got that big hole due to 94 being out of position, now this is the worst nightmare for safeties and corners. You got James Conner coming downhill, full head of steam, 9 yards to get to the end zone, and you 2 guys got to stop him. Good luck. You see him power through. We'll play that again for you in full speed. So watch 5-5. He's going to shoot that backside A. 9-4 wiggling. Gets cut off. Good night. Touchdown for the good guys. Ultimately, what broke the game officially open and gave the Steelers some cushion on Monday night. So appreciate y'all for tuning in and look forward to the next film session next week, baby. Peace.